Hey, best friends. Welcome to the Bestie Advice Podcast. Where we discuss all things relationships. Hey, besties. Welcome to our new podcast called The Bestie Advice with your hosts, Dr. Irene Abrams and Karron Hayes. We are so excited. We are so elated to finally share with you all the journey of relationships and the journey of our relationships. And this particular podcast is just to discuss love, relationships, business, friendships, the ups and downs of relationships, whether it's in a marriage or it's the same sex relationship, work relationships that you may have, relationships as far as with your family. That's what this platform is for. And note, everyone is our best friend.
Yes.
This particular place here, we want to talk about the journey, because relationships is a journey. It takes a lot of work when it comes to being in a relationship. It can't be 50-50. It really has to be 100-100. You have to put all of yourself into every relationship that you have in order for it to work, in order for it to be fulfilling. You have to put your all into it. So we just welcome you. We can't wait to share with you all everything that we have been talking about throughout these years as far as of getting to know one another. So we are excited and we are waiting to take this journey with you.
Yes.
Dr. Irene.
So much. Thank you so much. I'm so excited too. So bestie, let's do the best friend tag. And so if all you that are watching out there, grab your best friends and do this tag with them. So Karron and I are going to do the best friend tag. Are you ready?
Yes.
Question number 1, and this is so funny to us. How and when did we meet?
How and when did I meet Irene Abrams? I'm sorry, Irene Tillman.
Right, Irene Tillman
for me. I mean, for her, and Karron Pickett for me.
Karron Pickett, exactly.
We actually met in 1997 at Original Rising Star Missionary Baptist Church, located at 5100 West Chicago Avenue. I actually had joined the church under the leadership of, at the time, Pastor Virgil Brackett. I believe it was like January of that year. It was January 21st to be exact. I joined the ministry there. And at the time, I'm sure it was with many other churches and many other ministries.
Yeah.
As soon as you join, that Sunday you join, they say, what ministry do you want to be in?
Oh, you got to tell them.
Right. You want to be in the choir. You want to be on the usher board. You want to be a nurse or whatever. So at the time, they had a ministry called hospitality.
Yeah.
So I joined the hospitality ministry. And one of the functions was that we were kind of like the welcoming committee. So when someone joined the church, we would tell them as far as about the various ministries that we had, and then we would like take their pictures or whatever. So Irene actually joined in March, I believe.
Yes, it was. I joined the first Sunday in March, 1997.
Yes. So that was our first interaction.
It really was.
There. Me and her at church. What a coincidence.
At church, I remember, I want to say you took my new membership picture, right?
Yep.
I remember that. Yes, you took my new membership picture, but I think that we didn't really talk. I think someone asked me if we were family. There's like, oh, your family goes here. And I didn't know who they were talking about. I was like, my family. And then they said, well, you look just like this other girl. And then I finally came face to face with you.
Yeah.
You wore our hair alike and like French rolls. And so, yeah. And of course, they looked at the light skin. And I wear glasses too. I have on contacts now, but I wear glasses too. So, yeah, we look similar. So yeah,
absolutely.
That is how we met, you guys. My bestie told you we met at church, March. Gosh, 1997. Wow,
a long time.
A long
A
time ago.
long time, 20 years
Wow.
plus.
20 plus years.
Yes.
So what was your first impression of me?
Well, just based off that one particular Sunday, I did think you were very friendly. Now, I know we really didn't get to know each other. For everyone out there, it wasn't one of those, oh, from the first day we hit it off. Yeah, that wasn't this relationship right here.
No.
I liked Irene. We were at the same church. We were about the same age.
Yeah.
We were in the same Sunday school classes, the same Bible classes or whatever. So we always had to, interact. Irene was getting ready to get married the following year. I was getting married 2 years later, or whatever. So we were kind of always around each other.
Mm-hmm.
She had her set of friends. I had my set of friends, but I don't know. We had to interact, but it was not a clicking of her and we're going to be like friends
Right.
forever. It was not like that. But I always thought Irene was nice. She was always sweet. She's friendly or whatever, always had a good joke. So I just thought she was a pleasant person. That was my first impression.
Yeah.
What did you think about me?
What? I really liked you. The same. I thought you were very sweet. I could see why you were on hospitality. My first experience at Original Rising Star at the time, I was fearful. I was coming from a whole nother state and joining. I had never been a member of another church. So that was like, Bishop Brackett is like my second pastor. And so you were like, right. And and so
me too.
See, that's why we're sisters. And so I think that, you were very kind. You made me feel warm and welcomed. And so I was actually flattered when I want to say the person that asked me if we were related. Well, I don't want to say their name. I remember now that you're telling the story. I remember, but I'm not going to that person that asked me, we're still friends with to this day.
Yeah.
It was flattering because once I got to meet you, you were so kind and so sweet and so nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And you're beautiful, outside and inside, you were very beautiful to me. So I thought that you were the same, very, very sweet and kind. And so I have to tell the story about how much people thought Karron and I looked alike. There was the pastor that you and Pastor Hayes, you guys took over that church in Mount Vernon. The pastor there before was Pastor Cleve Mentor, and he came over to the church to start to preach. And at the time, I don't know if you remember, I used to do media ministry.
Yep.
And so I was standing in the lobby just selling the tapes, minding my business. And Pastor Brackett said he was going to walk out and Pastor Mentor was going to greet everybody as they walked out. And Pastor Mentor looked over at me and said, "You not going to give me no sugar?" And I was like, okay, So I reached down and I gave him a kiss. I thought it was a little strange, but he said it with so much confidence that I was supposed to. So, I gave him a kiss, a hug and a kiss. And so then when you walked out, he looked at me and he looked at you. And I think he knew then, like, oh, wrong girl.
Wrong person.
Wrong girl.
That was the wrong person. And it's funny because I just realized, even with you just making the statement earlier that you come in as far as from your grandfather's church to Original Rising Star, that was like, your grandfather's church was the only church that you knew. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now that you say that, the church that I came from, which is St. Luke Church of God in Christ under, now it's Bishop James Austin. But being under him, I've been there since birth. My mom has been at the church since birth. So actually coming from there to Original Rising Star, that was a big transition. I had never been a member of anybody else's church prior to coming to Original Rising Star. That was actually an adult move. I think that both of us actually made, or whatever, taking that step.
So yeah, that is true. So that's something that we both have in common. And
yes,
I know that both of us have those loyal personalities. Like we're
Yes.
very loyal, sometimes almost to a fault, where
Yes.
we're just loyal to people. So
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
So, but I love that story. Every time I just laugh every time I think about Pastor Mentor. He was serious with that robe on, like, you are not gonna give me no shit. I was like, okay.
You said, let me give the man of God a kiss.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, he want a kiss? Okay, let me hug him and kiss him. And when you walked out of service, oh my goodness, his face just dropped. Like, wait, this
Right.
is not the person I thought.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah. So I have another question.
Yes.
What is your favorite memory of us together?
Okay, I'm about to just let it just all out with this one right here. So my actual favorite memory was the day I had my son James.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so yeah, I'm about to just tell all my business here. So I actually had that when I tell you all that Irene knows everything about me, she knows everything about me. So I actually had him at Northwestern, and it was set up for me to actually come in so they can induce my labor. Because James was like, he was like a few days like overdue or whatever. So I came in that morning, had to have been maybe about 3 or 4 o'clock that morning. Irene came to visit me. I believe it was like right after you got off work.
Yeah, it was
came to
like
visit
noon.
Me. Yes. So we were there, we're chatting, we're chit-chatting, whatever. The doctor is coming, he's coming in and out, he's checking my heart rate, he's checking James' heart rate, whatever, he's making sure everything is okay. So I want to say, I don't know, it got to maybe 6, 7 o'clock or whatever. He came in, he's looking at the monitor or whatever, and he got his arm folded and his head is going from the left and it's going from the right.
I remember that.
The left and it's going from the right.
I
and
remember,
he was like, okay, we need to
I stopped breathing with you. I was like, wait, I need to sit down. I need a drink.
Right. So he was like, yeah, we need to check his heart rate. It's kind of slowing down. Let's turn you over, whatever. Let's turn you this way to the left. Let's flip you over to the right. So I'm like, okay. So we did that. His heart rate got back to where it should be. He left out the room. He came back in like a little while later and he's looking at the monitor and he has this look of concern. So he has a look of concern. So I have a look of concern.
Right.
So he's flipping and he turns. So he's like, turn over to the left, turn over to the right. When I say it got to a point, I'd be like, oh, wait, I'm so sorry, Irene. Let me cover. No. When his face started turning, I did not care. When I tell you I shine on everybody, including Irene, I was like, I am so Irene saw everything. Every time I turned, everything. I turned the other way, everything.
I remember I bagged on in that corner.
Oh,
I remember
was that. Like, I'm just going to step out. I'm here, but I'm just going to step on.
Eventually I had to, because I was getting concerned or whatever too about James.
Yes.
But when you stopped caring, I said, wait. A baby is coming now.
That's exactly what it was. Yes. After a while, it was like, I don't care. Girl, you're going to see any and everything. I am so...
I was like,
and I had to think about that. Like when I tell you, like it literally left my mind. Like, Ron, you're exposed. Like all that, it went out the window. It went straight out the window.
Yeah. But you had started to go into labor too, though. Not heavy labor, but you had started to go into labor. I do remember that. Because I remember calling Pastor Hayes and he was like, oh, when I first got there, she's okay or whatever. And we were talking fine. And as the night progressed, it was just like, James is coming.
And that's the thing. I got to 9 centimeters. And all of a sudden, that's when things was like, I said, hold on. Wait a minute. And it went from, oh, yeah, you're going to come in. We're going to induce your labor. And you're going to have him naturally.
No.
When it got to the 9th hour, as they say, it was like, you know what? He was like, sorry, baby girl, we're gonna have to go ahead and take you in there for you to get a C-section.
Yes, I remember that.
I didn't plan on that. That's not what this was set up for. You were supposed to be, natural.
I remember that because after Pastor Hayes came out the room, he had came and got me. And I was like, can I go in there? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So they let me in there because I think they thought we were related too.
Mm-hmm.
And so they let me in there, and I saw you and I saw James moments after he was born. And I remember thinking, oh
Exactly.
my God,
Yes.
like, I was so honored that Pastor Hayes let me go
Yes.
in there. I was able to kind of peek, and I was like, I love you, It was just it was such a sweet moment, and I think that kind of helped our friendship bond even more. I guess after you see like everything, hey, what's left to see?
Exactly.
But no, I thought it was very, it was a very sweet moment. So yeah, that is funny.
Yes, absolutely. So I got one for you. Describe me in one word.
Oh my goodness. This seems like so cliche, but I would have to say twin. Because we're so much alike. So when I think about you, y'all out there, this is true. Like, I know how Karron is going to respond to something, like, because it's how I would respond. I know what she's gonna like, what she's not gonna like. So when I think about how I would describe you, it's like, of course you're like graceful, your business name is perfect because you truly are graceful. You're loyal, you're beautiful. You're somebody that I could tell like my deepest secrets to and know like she's not gonna tell anybody, but it's really twin, like my twin spirit, like you get me, you get my jokes, you get my animations. Most people think that I'm serious. I'm really not serious. Like, I love telling jokes, but you see that side of me. So when I think about you, I think, okay, that is truly like my twin. She is my twin spirit. She understands me. She gets me. She gets my personality. She gets my jokes. I get her personality. I get like all of your facial expressions. Like, you don't even have to speak. And I'm like, I know, I get it. I get it. I know. Even like today, before we started recording, I was telling you something that happened. And it's like, I'm comfortable with sharing with you because I know you understand. So I would have to say, if I would have to describe you, but people out there that's listening, she's an amazing wife. She's an amazing mother, businesswoman, like fierce businesswoman. I don't want to take none of that away. You're a woman of God, a woman of prayer. But if I had to use one word to describe you, I would definitely say twin. Like, she is truly my twin spirit. So
So I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna ask myself that question as far as how I describe you.
Okay.
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna make a compound word. I'm making it up too. Hey, everybody, this is a made up word. You're not gonna find it. Persistently motivated. So persistent, ongoing. And Irene actually, she motivates herself. She's a self-motivator, and then she motivates everybody that's around her. And it's not one time. She consistently and persistently, motivates you. Whatever area you're in, that's the funny thing. So it may be, oh, I want to get a business started. You got your business started. Her motivation does not stop there. If you say the next thing is, now I'm ready to leave my job, she's helping you. Whether you got your account set up, are you saving? Have you gotten into investments or whatever? Do you need to talk to my husband? We're getting your funds together. So I mean, she's always motivating everybody that's around her in whatever area. One of the things, if you don't know, one of the things that Irene is gifted in is the gift of dance. So even as far as with her dance ministry and those that she actually mentors in dance, she's always motivating them. Don't just stop at level 1. Go to the next level. Take the next class, whatever. She's not stagnated in what she does, and she does not want anybody around her to be that way. So she's going to do whatever she can to get you to that next level. And I love that about her. Now, at first I was like, pause. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. But then it's like once I got to know her, I'm like, okay, this is Irene. And then the thing is what really brings it home, it's not like she's all talk. That's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
She's always going to the next level in everything that she does. Everything that she does, she is taking it to the next level. She's always, going to class about something. And that's not just with work. That's with her own personal growth. And I love that because sometimes I'm like, okay, I didn't take enough classes. I'm done. I remember, for example, I had gotten my bachelor's degree. I had finished. Nope. I'm trying to think. Nope. I had gotten my bachelor's degree because I had gotten my bachelor's degree before I actually had my son.
Yes. I remember that.
So right before I had him, I went back to school.
Yeah. I remember
after being encouraged by Irene to get my master's degree because I was good with the bachelor's.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that was an achievement. I did it. I did it being a whole wife and a mama and working full-time job. I thought I had did something. So she was like, yeah, that's good. So when you're going back for your master's, wait, I just finished the bachelor's. Hold on.
So I remember that you got silent on the phone, like, what?
Exactly. But then I had to think about it like, okay, just to be honest, and I think we all know in this society, it's almost like a bachelor's doesn't mean anything when it comes to this workforce.
Oh my
it's
God.
like, oh, you got your second high school diploma.
Pretty much.
That's how some people look at it now. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I do need to get my master's. And I know as far as with me that I had to wrap my mind around it because at the end of the day, and this is just a tip for everybody out there, people can motivate you all day long, but at the end of the day, you have to be self-motivated. Do you agree with that?
I definitely agree.
Because
agree.
if you're not self-motivated, you're gonna quit halfway through. You might quit the first class. So I end up going back.
Yes.
And I got pregnant with James, and that was like my out. Like, yeah, I'm pregnant with James. I'm gonna have to go ahead and take out. So my friend here, she let me slide. I'm like, all right, okay. Right after I had changed, she was like, okay, so what's the plan? Like, how old does he need to be? Are you waiting for him to start school? What is it? And I want to say, I think I said maybe 2 or whatever. Like, no, I need him to be at this point. I need him to potty train, me making up excuses or whatever. But right when he turned 2, it's like, okay. Because she sure came back around.
I know.
Right for their second birthday.
I know.
He get ready to turn 2 in September, right? Oh, okay. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, Irene, really? I was like, yeah. So no, yes. I'm so glad because I really wanted to cheat because I have a favorite memory of us together that I wanted to share. And I'm hoping it's not our favorite inside jokes. Y'all, it's hard picking like memories and inside jokes. Something that her and I was just talking about is every time we get together, and we promise you guys we'll be able to meet our husbands on our show. It's always something, and it's hilarious. But I do have a favorite memory with you I wanted to share, and it's a fun like memory. So we were able to travel together, and so if you can travel together, some of these like church trips, like we travel, like we went on vacation. And and I think what made it so special is it's like so easy to travel with her and her husband. It was like Mitchell and I are easygoing people. As high strung as I could be, I can be like chill too. And I think just having you and your husband like on vacation, just relaxing, going out to eat. And you and I, like the stuff that we did when we told people, oh, we did this and this and this, they were like, that's all y'all did. That's corny. But we thought it was so much fun. Like, and I think like when I think about traveling, Mitchell and I was already talking about, we really want to take you guys traveling with us again. Mm-hmm. It was so much fun. So just, I think that traveling and, anytime we're able to bond as not just
Yes.
you and I, but bond with your husband and my husband.
Yes.
That is special, just to have like
Yes.
our husbands friends and we're friends. It's really nice. So my favorite memory, I think, well, one of my favorite memories, so many that I can name. But I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna say anything else. But just traveling. I think when we went
Yes.
to Las Vegas, I think that
Yes.
solidified for me that you were really someone that was near and dear to my heart, because
Yes.
I've traveled with people before and
It wasn't
mm-mm,
so fun.
mm-mm, no, mm-mm, no,
Yes. And
no.
then I think what actually sticks out with that trip is the fact is it was all of our first time.
Oh my gosh,
All four of
yeah.
us.
We were just so
None of us
bright-eyed.
had been. Yes, yes, we were ready. And some of the people that we were asking people at our jobs, you asking your coworkers, I'm asking my coworkers, what should we stay? What should we do? Or whatever. And in spite of other people's opinions, it's like, but we still gonna go. We got to make our own memories. Let's go down there and test the waters, and we'll make our own judgment or whatever.
Exactly.
So yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a really good time. So I think, for all of you out there that are doing this, test with us, I think it'll help you decide, like, something that I wanted to say, and I'm glad I almost forgot. So when you think about relationships or friendships,
Yeah.
you have friendships that are meant to be seasonal.
Yes.
You have some friendships that are meant to be a lifetime. And then sometimes you are friends with people for a particular reason and season. But then you
Yes.
got to look at what are your lifetime friendships? And I'm all about having someone that can hold me accountable. I know what I
Yes.
don't like, and you can answer this too. I don't want yes people around me that's going to just tell me what I
Absolutely.
want to hear, because I'm
Yeah.
never going to grow. I'm never going
Yes.
to do better. It's a
Yes.
difference when someone is giving you constructive criticism or really
Yes.
good advice to help you, and someone being just hateful or jealous. And I've experienced
Yeah.
both, where I've had someone tell me not to do something only for them to turn around and do it. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? And then that,
Yeah.
that kind of showed me too, well, no, that was a motive. But when you have
Yes.
someone that says, Irene, see something a different way, or
Yeah.
like I said, traveling with someone, or
Yeah.
being in the room with you when you're having a baby, like certain things, I think make your friendship stronger. And for me,
Yes.
it's about being around people that are good, that have the same visions and goals you have, but that
Yes.
can make you stronger and better as a person. So, I think that when you're doing this, take a look at who you have in your surroundings,
Yes.
like who you have in your circle, and what are they bringing to you. And so,
Absolutely. No, I agree with that, because you want somebody that's going to, well, let me back up some. You want to be able to be in relationship with someone that you can let all your hair down with. I was actually just sharing this with one of the young ladies at my church. Not where I could take down a braid or two. I'm saying braids because that's what I have right now.
right.
Not where I could take down a braid or two, but where I can literally take the rubber band down and take down all of my hair. If I have to cry, if I gotta laugh it out, if I gotta whine it out, or whatever. You want that person, one, not let me waddle in my pettiness. Give me a little time to be down there. But after a while, girl, come on, get up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't want to be fake and phony around anyone. And then I don't want the person that I'm connected to feel they have to be fake and phony around me. You want someone that's real. When you're wrong, that person needs to be able to say, and you need to have the type of relationship where they can say, "You wrong, girl.
Right.
You wrong. Yeah, you wrong. We've done it. We've said it. I'll call her in a minute. Okay. I'm gonna need you to tell me.
I know.
For real. Was I wrong for doing this? Was I wrong for saying, that or whatever?" And she'll listen. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. You could have handled that another way. And I need to hear that, because you don't want to continue walking around being blind. You want somebody that has open eyes, someone that loves you, that's
Oh,
going
yeah.
to give you their honest opinion and their godly opinion. That's another thing.
Yeah.
You know, God, you need godly wisdom. So you want to be connected with someone that has a relationship with Christ.
Yes. That is good. That is really, really good. And I'm so glad that we have each other, and we're glad that we
Yes.
have you
Yes.
as well. And it's funny, as we're talking, I've thought about something else, but I think I might want to save it for our part 2. It was a
Okay.
funny little memory that we have, but I think I'm
Yes.
going to save it for part 2.
Yes.
We're going to end part 1 of this getting to know Karron and I. We're going to end this
Yes.
now. We are so excited to have you join us.
Yes, we are.
Make sure you listen to this podcast with your friends, with your mom, with your sisters, with your husband, because we are going to be talking all things relationships. So we will see you in the next podcast.
Yes.
Bye.
Love you all. Bye, besties.
Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.